The price of Bitcoin has absolutely fallen off a cliff, losing 25% of its value in just the first week of February. So it was down to around $63,000 at its lowest around the end of the first week of Feb, marking a 50% decline in its peak price of around $126,000 in October last year. So what on earth has caused this massive fall in the price of Bitcoin? So the first thing is interest rates, as now it's expected that there's going to be more hawkish interest rate policy from big central banks like the Fed and the Bank of England, essentially making high risk assets like Bitcoin less attractive because you can get better returns in cash products. Then linked to this is also the geopolitical uncertainty, with what's going on with Greenland, with Iran at the moment, and all the other various unknowns and conflicts going on in the world. This has made high risk assets like Bitcoin, which tend to trade more in line with tech stocks, which again are more high risk, basically less attractive. So people sell Bitcoin to then go and buy more safer assets. And then also this in itself almost triggers a accelerated decrease in the price of Bitcoin, because as the price of Bitcoin falls even further, then people who are trading Bitcoin, essentially, who are betting on Bitcoin going up, maybe they're buying it and then have a stop loss. As the price falls lower and lower, then it hits people's stop losses, essentially forcing automatic selling of Bitcoin as they then essentially get margin calls. And so this selling as stop losses get hit forces the price to fall even further, which means more stop losses get hit and then the price falls even further, and it's almost like a downward spiral, which we're seeing at the moment. And then there's also the outflows from institutional investors. So they've started to pick up on the Bitcoin story a bit more now, with more and more big banks and institutions getting involved with cryptocurrency. But we've actually seen some of these big players taking positions out of Bitcoin. So for example, the US spot Bitcoin ETF, which is one of the largest collective holders of Bitcoin, actually saw huge inflows in 2024 and 2025, but has seen negative outflows of Bitcoin in 2026. So keep an eye on the price of Bitcoin, because it is very volatile at the moment, but who knows what is in store for 2026 with the price of Bitcoin.